Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Moxie DIY in Java. I'm Michelle. Today's video is a collab where I will be redoing a couple of thrifted items and making them new again. So grab your cup of coffee or your favorite beverage and join me. To start this redo, I'm going to create the look of aged glass or aged mirror on these doors. I've already taken off all of the hardware and we are going to paint on the back side of both pieces of glass. You can use either pea gravel like this, but I am going to be using this bit of gravel that I found at the Dollar Tree. It usually comes in lots of different colors and I just happen to have this black stuff on hand. I cleaned this glass really well before I started this next step. You're going to sprinkle the gravel all over and you're going to get it as even as you want. Basically, wherever the holes are, that's where the paint's going to be. And we're going to do it on both pieces. Now that they've both been sprayed, I'm going to show you what they look like. Isn't that cool? The black paint was a little heavy in certain areas, so I'm going to use this blade just to either lighten it or remove it completely. So like there, I'm probably going to remove it, and other places I'm just going to lighten it up a bit. And that's the great thing about painting on glass, is that it's easy to fix any mistakes or places that just maybe don't look so great. So I'm trying to keep most of the paint along the border of the glass. I do want some in the middle, but not too much. Now we're going to paint the entire back of these doors and just the frames of the fronts. And then this is the clock ring, and we're going to paint that as well as the entire rest of the curio cabinet. And the color we're going to paint it is this metallic silver. I am sorry to say that I do not have the footage of me putting these tiles in the back of the curio cabinet. I thought I was recording, and when I went to look at my footage, I didn't have any. So that was a bit of an oof. But these are the stickers that I used. I got them from the Dollar Tree. I put an entire one on this right corner of the curio cabinet. I did cut it in half to make it a little easier to put in. And then I used a second square. I cut that in half. You can use either scissors or whatever. And I put one half here, and then the other half here. And then I put this corner right here. And I glued them down. Otherwise, I would have taken them off and showed you how to do it. But that is exactly how I did it. They're really easy to cut. And now we're going to move on to whitewashing. So these tiles were actually what gave me the idea of what to do with this curio cabinet. See how it kind of has a whitewash to it? We're going to do that with the entire cabinet. And you want a almost dry paintbrush. So there's nothing really too extraordinary to what I'm doing here with the paintbrush, but I am making sure that my brush strokes are going the same way on pieces that connect. So for example, the roof has the brush strokes going the same way that I'm doing it to the front piece of this Curio cabinet. So hindsight being 2020 on these glasses, I was more going for an old mercury glass mirror type look. This looks more frosted, which is fine, but that's not exactly what I was going for. So I really wanted to get that mirror glass look to the glasses. So I may go back and redo it, but as far as the silver color on the rest of the Curio cabinet, I was really happy with that particular brand. Everything has dried, and I'm now going to reattach all of the hardware. I don't know if you remember from the earlier picture, I did paint the hardware black, and I had them all separated into their different sections where I got them from. And that's usually how I like to keep track of things when I take items apart. So it's all put back together. Now we're going to add the clock and some finishing touches. As I mentioned in the intro, this is part of a collab hosted by Sandra from DIYs at the Schwoven's Nest. Please go check out her channel. It is amazing. She's got some really great DIYs and knowledge to share. And I am lucky enough to be participating with 4 other DIYers, so please go check out their channels as well. And we will all be doing thrifted items. I fell in love with the shape of this basket and knew that it would look great in our camper. Our camper is a coastal theme, which honestly our house is also a coastal theme, and this is the color that we will be using, Ocean Breeze. Aqua is one of my all-time favorite colors, so I was really excited to get to paint this basket that color. I'm not going for complete coverage here. I just want to make sure that every section of the basket has a touch of this color on it. So if there's some brown showing, I'm okay with that. I don't mind weathered items. So actually, in some cases, the more weathered, the better. But I do want to make sure that this color is front and center. Now I'm adding this steel color to the top of the aqua. This one, I'm going even lighter than the aqua. I don't want it on every single piece. I just want it to bring out some shadowing and just make the color pop a little bit more in certain areas than others. For our next step, we will need 2 of these Dollar Tree nautical rope. Where the handle meets the basket, I am just tying a simple knot and then tucking the short end behind the knot. And it ends up making this really cool infinity looking knot. I'll show you here in just a minute. While I was wrapping this handle, I was waiting for my glue gun to heat up, but I will go back later and press some hot glue every so often on this handle to make sure the rope does not move. Now here I'm creating a knot again. I'm just making sure that I leave the last part that I wound around the handle loose, so that way I had the area to make a knot. This is just packing tape. I'm going to put it where I plan to cut the rope. This bag of shells is also from the Dollar Tree. While doing the rim of this basket, I just make sure that I firmly press the ends of the rope underneath the knots, and then that way it will hide the raw ends. Before I show you the final look, I am gonna shower and get my coffee. This particular one is Black Rifle coffee. I think it's called Blackbeard's Magic, I think. Big fan of Black Rifle coffee. And all I did here with the milk was I just used my frother and I used my creamer and I think half and half. This Athens mug my husband got when he went to Greece, and I requested that we go visit all the places that he gets me mugs for. So we've got a lot of traveling in our future. Here's the before and the after. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I especially love how the silver looks with the whitewash on it and how it coordinates with those tiles. I hope that you like it too. Here's the before and the after. I love how this turned out. I can't wait to put it in our camper. If you've ever been in a camper before, you know that vertical storage is the best storage. So this will be great for any small little things that we need to hang up, like keys or phones or whatever else. It'll be really nice to have that extra bit of storage. And I just love the color. And the nautical rope, I feel like, was just that perfect finishing touch. What do you think? Well, I hope that you have enjoyed spending your time with me as much as I have enjoyed spending it with you. And until I see you in the next video, take care.